Look at this.
So I eat everything.
Oh my days.
Yes, you can.
I'm go on then.
Two?
He's pouring me one as well. I didn't ask for that, folks. I didn't ask for that, but I will take one. I'll take one. I'll take one.
Okay. See?
Could be an interesting day today. Could be interesting. Well, good morning, folks. Good morning. So we're just leaving the Airbnb now. We're leaving to head back to Lisbon today. But before we leave, we're heading to there's a couple of places in Sintra here in the town of interest. One is the Sintra Palace, and we're heading there right now. We're going to drive there. It's a 20-minute walk from here. A little push for time this morning, so we're going to drive there, park up by it, have a little mooch around, and then move on to the second spot. I'll explain that one in a bit. All right. Anyway, without further ado, vamos. Okay, folks. So we've just hit the centre of Sintra, the old town. We're just walking up the hill now to the palace, and this palace is the only palace in Portugal that has kind of gone through the whole history of Portugal. Basically, it's been here since the year dot, and the two huge chimneys which you're about to see, very iconic, and it's where the royal kitchen is in the palace. Now, again, we're not going to go into this palace. We're just going to have a look at the outside and a little mooch around the old town. And there's also another amazing building that we're going to see as well. So, without further ado, here's the palace. Once again, another little church there. And here we have the palace. From up here you get it's a nice little view here. The old town, folks, the old town. And the sun's shining for us again today. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little walk around the back here, down this little narrow alley. Couldn't see the chimneys very well from the front, but when we were driving past it, when we first came here, you had a nice view of the chimneys, you know. So I'm just going around the back of it here now, in order to try and get a nice view for you guys. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think Guy's just taking a little path to nowhere, basically. But let's continue. You never know what you're going to find down these little dark alleys. Yeah, I think this is going to bring us back around to the front of the palace. Well, folks, you don't try these things. You never know, do you? Ah, there we go. The iconic chimneys of the royal kitchen here in the Sintra Palace. As you can see, some of the guys restoring the palace there as well. Lots of restoration work going on these palaces and castles around here, which is amazing, because they're keeping them in decent nick. There we go. Look, the sun's out of our face now. But anyways, the woman that we're staying with, the Airbnb host, she said if you're to go into one of the buildings, one of the palaces or castles, it's the one we're going to go to next. We're going to take her advice and we're going to crack on to the next place. And there's a certain thing there that is just amazing to look at, and I've seen it on Instagram before and I didn't realise it was here. So without further ado, little mooch around the town first. Look at these beautiful tile buildings. I just love them, man. Absolutely love them. They love their little narrow streets here in Portugal, I must say. Absolutely thrive on it, I do. Anyway, let's go and see what's up here, eh? Yes. I think we have to go up there. I'm sorry, Bobby. I have to go up here. Let's go. Vamos. I don't think I'm going to have any legs left after this trip, folks, with all the steps and narrow streets that I need to go and see. But look at this, man. How can you not want to go up here? Unbelievable, folks. Unbelievable. So it just keeps going up and up. Anyway, I don't want to lose Fabiola for a second time, so I better get back on track. Let's go. So we've just come across, if you've seen the other episodes, there's a rum here called ginger, or a drink called ginger. I'm sure it's a rum. And they give you it in a little chocolate cup. So we've just come across a place here now that sells a little shot for €1.
Quiero probar.
Now bearing in mind, it's about 10 AM. Fabiola wants a shot.
I need to try.
And she calls me the alcoholic. Look at this.
So I eat everything.
Oh my days.
Yes, you can.
I'm, go on then.
Two?
He's pouring me one as well. I didn't ask for that, folks. I didn't ask for that. But I will take one. I'll take one. I'll take one.
See?
Could be an interesting day today. Could be interesting. Anyways, here we go. Obrigado.
Thank you.
Straight in the mouth, yeah?
As you wish, or drink a little bit, but leave always a little bit in the end. So when you eat the chocolate, eat with a little of cherry liquor.
Oh, it's nice.
It's nice, yeah? The good stuff? See?
You can eat the chocolate.
And you eat the chocolate? Ah, look at that. There goes the cup. The lot. Todo. Salute.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Obrigado. Well, that's one way to start a day, folks. I'm sorry, my mouth's full. So we've just come up the street again here, and there's another little ginger stall here. Check this out. Ginger in the chocolate cup. I must say, folks, definitely try it if you're in Portugal. Definitely try it, whether you like rum or that kind of thing. It's a different taste altogether. It's actually cherry rum. So yes, definitely worth a go. It's taking my breath away, that Fabiola. Okay, so I've just come across this. I don't know if that's blurry, but it's another alcoholic drink, and it's these little cakes called nata, pastel de nata, and I absolutely love them. They're kind of like custard creams, but better, like the UK custard cream, but it's the Portuguese custard cream. Here you go. It's them little babies there. I've just realised you could have a shot of that as well for £1.50. I've just bought this little bottle to take home with me to try it. So if it lasts that long, folks, maybe I'll have it on the road. Who knows? But anyways, so I think we're just heading out of town here now. Actually, I think we're going to stop here. But once again, you get another view of one of the castles here. So something I forgot about yesterday when we came down from Sintra, we got a lift down, like a taxi basically, but it was a personal taxi. And she told us, we drove past a specific house here, and she said that John Lennon came to stay here many, many moons ago, obviously. But yeah, very interesting. So folks, this is Quinta de Regaleira. So we're just walking on the outside of it here now, trying to find the entrance. Absolutely beautiful. Found the entrance at last. Anyways, let's head on in. Obrigado. Thank you. There we go. All paid. €11 per person. Which isn't so bad, I guess, for a little trip around a bit of history. But this place isn't as old as I thought it was, actually. It was built in the 20th century, which to me, it looks way older. But anyways, let's head on in, shall we? Here you go. Here's one of the turrets, one of the famous turrets of the palace. Should we go for a little walk up, folks? Should we have a little wander? What do you reckon? Yeah. Once again, facing my fear of heights. Gracias. Anyway, there's Fa doing a little video. Stunning views, folks, stunning views, but without further ado, let's head on up to the top, shall we? Gives you some beautiful views over Sintra. You can see the old palace that we've just been to over there. Let's take our time, folks. Don't want to be causing myself a mischief. There we go, that was a beautiful little, oops, traffic. Traffic. This definitely ain't a two-way system. Obrigado. This is what we're heading towards, folks. I'm not going to show you the picture, but Poco Iniciacio. It's an initiation well. That's what they're called. But it's not a well of water. It was never for a purpose of getting water, you know. It was a place of ceremonies and rituals. You've got all these old stairwells. This just leads up into the forest. But I guess back in the day that was used for something, obviously. And I don't think it's going to be too busy today. I was reading reviews on this, and apparently it can get very, very busy and you don't enjoy it too much. That's what people have been saying, but I think today we're going to be pretty lucky, hopefully. De dos Cruzados. I was a little premature, folks. I was a little premature. This isn't the initiation well. You need to carry along the road there, but you've got this beautiful turret again, which I think it'd be rude not to have a little mooch up there, don't you? There we are. The king of the castle, folks. And you've got Pena Palace in the distance there. That's where we were yesterday. Some beautiful views over the coastline of Portugal there. You see the beautiful gardens down there, yeah? Little waterfall, little bridge over the little lake, I guess. So what we've got here is what they called an unfinished well. You see the way it's been designed here, so you can walk around the edges here on the inside. And that's a little hint of what we're going to be doing in the initiation well, folks, so that's why I'm so excited. Voila. Here we go, folks, the initiation well. Check that out. So I don't know if you can see, there's people walking, you walk right round like in a spiral all the way down to the bottom there. There's Fa, with a lovely little smile on her face. Beautiful, beautiful. Wow. It's getting dark, people, it's getting dark. Deep down and dark. So here we are, folks, this is the base. We're nearly at the bottom here now. So here we are, right at the base. Now we're walking through the caves, the underground tunnels. I apologise for the quality if it's crap, but wow, what an experience, what an experience. And we're just leading in different directions here, all over the place. This is about 4 foot high. It's getting really narrow now. So we've just come, I think this is the unfinished well. Do you remember before we were looking at it from above? So I just reached this through some of the underground. I'm sorry the quality's shocking, but we've got some underground tunnels here that we've been going through. And this is just led to here basically, but they shoot off everywhere. While we've got a bit of light here, if you can see me, these tunnels are shooting off in every direction. So there's clearly many, many underground tunnels here. Anyway, let's go back and try and find Fa. Keep on losing her, because I keep on nipping off into these little narrow alleys. These underground tunnels are awesome, man, awesome. Look at these little pillars here. Unbelievable. Let's think what used to go on down here, folks. If these caves could talk. So there's the entrance to the caves that we've just come out of from the initiation well, which is up there somewhere. Another little turret here. A beautiful little balcony right there. Someone getting a nice photo. So just having a little walk around the gardens here, and we've just ended up by the first turret I went up and the waterfall that we were just behind. If you remember, we were walking through the caves there. So there's caves, many passageways through there. So now folks, we're heading towards the palace, or the chapel. The sign said chapel. I believe it's a palace. Anyway, a little confusing. Okay, so the confusion is over. This is the chapel, the one with the spire. Then you have the palace. Stairways going down there, stairways going up. Cute little chapel. So the crowds are getting thicker now, folks. The crowds are getting thicker. We'll just have a quick look at the palace, and then I think we're going to be on our way to the next destination. We're heading back to the coast. Yes. Anyways, here's the palace. Very nice carvings, as per usual. We don't expect anything less of Portugal. Anyway, let's head on inside and have a little mooch around, shall we? So what we've got here is the old dining room, the hunt room. Beautiful. I don't know if you can see these tiles, this tiled floor. Pieces are like this. Like, look at this roof here now. Pure wood carvings. Unbelievable skill. It comes down here as well. Some more beautiful carvings in the roof up here. Okay, so what we've got here is the music room. Once again, some unbelievable carving up there. So I used to have the tunes pumping in here. Anyways, people looking at me like I've got two heads here. So this is the games room. They used to play billiards and whatever games they used to play back in the day. Look at the carvings, man. As a carpenter, I appreciate that a lot. And what we've got here, this is the smoking room. So this is where they all used to come and have a little chong. Some beautiful carvings again. You've got a little throne there. There we have it. There was the little tour of the palace. Beautiful, eh? Absolutely stunning carvings. Probably didn't show up too much in the video there, but unbelievable skills. Anyway, this is the view from the balcony. And here she is, the princess, waiting for me under this little beautiful thing.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Dogs don't give a shit around here, just like Mexico. Okay folks, so currently on the coast. Check it out. So we're on the way to a place called Cabo de Roja, but we've just stopped at this lovely little beach here called Praia de Adraga. And as you can see, there's a beautiful little restaurant here, beachfront, but look at the waves in there, man. Let's just check this beach out for a minute. Just look at this coastline. I'll tell you what folks, these waters are not to be reckoned with, definitely. Hola. Look at this, man. listen to that. Well, just another reminder of how powerful the ocean is, you know. Looking at some of them waves, it's like you wouldn't stand a chance if you got stuck in there. Well, I can see some stunning coastline behind me here, folks. Anyways, that was the lighthouse you just saw. We got the viewpoint down here, which I'm guessing is the most western point of Portugal. So on this trip, if you saw the episode where we went as far north, we've been as far as we can north on the coast here in Portugal and as far west as possible. Oh, look at these beautiful wildflowers, man. And this is January. It's the beginning of January. As you can see, restricted beyond this point. Obviously there's erosion on the cliffs. And this is why I love Portugal so much. Look at this coastline, man. It's so dramatic. Crashing waves. Absolutely stunning. So, this is the most western point. As you can tell, all the crowds want a little photo next to the sign. I think there's a sign here saying the most western point of Portugal. Let's leave them to it, shall we? Let's just head on out of the crowds a little bit further down the coast. That's dedication for you folks. That's dedication right there. She ain't letting her pram stop her from venturing down here. Yes, there's a beautiful little viewpoint down here. Yes. Check it out, man. Check it out. The Funk Soul Brother. Look at that, man. People just chilling down on this rock over here. People just chilling here. Welcome to the most western point of Portugal. So I don't know if you guys can see on the side of the cliff here, there's a little path running right up to the top there. I'm guessing that'll drop down. I can see some people hiking at the top there. And that's the beauty of this coastline. There's so much hiking to be done, so much hiking, and so many beaches on the coast like that you can't get to by car. So I'm guessing if you hike this coastline, you're going to drop down into some nice remote beaches, you know. So I would love to come back here in the summer and do a nice hiking holiday here. Really would. Just looking at some of this, man. What a spot, man. What a spot. Well folks, as per usual, I could sit here for days and days and days checking this out. But we've got shit to do. We've got to be back in Lisbon by 6 PM today. Looks like it's calmed down a little bit here. I think the problem we had was that there was a hop-on, hop-off bus that arrived just while we were here. So they've left now, folks, they've left. This is the sign that everyone was going crazy for. And now I can just step up to it and get what I want. There you go. If you want to get the location. Oh, there's a little bar here. I think it's time to get a little drink, don't you?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so we just stopped at a place, a beach called Guincho. Beautiful, that's the way we've just come from. Got a swimming pool down here. Here we go. Guincho Beach. You got the sand dunes here. You got the road here also, but then the sand dunes continue over the road, you know. Just look at that, look at the depth on that beach. Absolutely stunning. Well, there we go. Praia de Guincho. Absolutely stunning, as the rest of the coastline has been. Adios, Guincho. Okay, so we've just stopped for a Jimmy Riddle, a leak. I was dying for the toilet, folks. Anyway, we pulled up in this nice little place, Ponte do Sal, and it looks like it's pretty popular for surfers, man. Loads of surfers down there, loads of surfers over there. Check that out, man. The surfers have got awesome waves here. Two guys having a whale of a time there. They're just rolling, rolling, rolling. Okay, so we're stuck in the traffic jam, and I've just remembered that I bought this in town. You remember this little baby? Pastel de nata. The little cakes that I like to have, but it's the drink. So we're going to try this. Do you want to try it first, Bobby? You can't, can you? Because you're driving. I'll have to try it myself. That's very creamy. Almost like a Bailey's, Bobby.
See?
Yes, see? You can have a little drink when you've stopped driving. No drinking and driving, folks. No drinking and driving. But it's absolutely beautiful, to be fair. Anyway, look at the sun's going down. Well, there we go, folks, there we go. There's the end of the road trip. We just dropped the car off and we're just waiting for our Uber to go to our accommodation here in Lisbon for the last night. And this evening I'm going to meet an elderly gentleman who I met a few years ago, the first time I came to Lisbon, and I've not seen him since, but he's kept in touch. He's an amazing guy called Bill. Bill, love you, and we're going to see you soon. But what a trip, man, what a trip, seriously, seriously. Amazing coastline, amazing towns, amazing people, amazing scenery, amazing architecture. Just Portugal blew me away once again, you know.